Late November might feel like the garden is shutting down, but it's actually the perfect moment to start certain perennials from seed. Many hardy perennials need a stretch of winter cold to break dormancy, and sowing them now lets nature handle that process for you. The seeds settle quietly through winter, and when spring arrives, they sprout with stronger roots and healthier growth. In today's video, we'll go through perennial seeds that genuinely perform better when sown at the end of fall, plants that germinate more reliably, establish faster, and give your borders a head start for the coming season. First on the list is penstemon, a dependable perennial that brings early height and soft color to the garden. Penstemon forms sturdy, upright clumps topped with tubular blooms that attract bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. Its form is light and elegant, giving borders a natural lift without ever looking messy. Even in its first year from seed, penstemon grows with surprising confidence, making it a strong starter plant for new garden spaces. Penstemon is especially ideal for late November sowing because it naturally benefits from cold exposure. The seeds respond incredibly well to the chill of late fall and winter, using the cold period to break dormancy and prepare for vigorous germination in spring. Sowing in November lets nature handle the stratification process for you, resulting in stronger seedlings, better root development, and earlier establishment. This gives penstemon a noticeable head start compared to spring-sown seeds. In the garden, penstemon thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, needing only moderate watering once established. It grows quickly in spring and settles into tidy clumps that stand up right without staking. The plant is drought-tolerant, long-lived, and usually trouble-free, making it a low-maintenance option for gardeners who want dependable structure without constant care. With just an occasional deadheading, it stays fresh and continues blooming into early summer. For placement, penstemon shines in the mid-layer of a border, where its flower spikes create gentle vertical accents. It pairs beautifully with grasses, coneflower, yarrow, and salvia, plants that echo its natural rhythm and help build a soft, cohesive look. Because cold season sowing produces sturdy spring seedlings, penstemon quickly looks settled and purposeful in the garden, adding early height and movement even in its first year. Next on the list is Shasta daisy, a classic perennial that brings bright, clean color and a cheerful presence to the garden. Known for its crisp white petals and sunny yellow centers, Shasta daisy forms neat, upright clumps that fit beautifully into both modern and cottage-style borders. Even from seed, it grows into a tidy, well-shaped plant within its first year, quickly earning its place as a reliable, long-lasting bloomer. Shasta daisy is an excellent candidate for late November sowing because its seeds respond strongly to natural cold exposure. The cool temperatures of late fall and winter help break seed dormancy, allowing for more uniform germination in early spring. Sowing now means the seeds settle into the soil while moisture is consistent and temperatures stay low. By the time warmth returns, Shasta daisy seedlings emerge vigorous and ready to establish quickly, often outperforming spring-sown counterparts. This plant thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, growing best with moderate watering and good airflow. Once established, it's surprisingly drought-tolerant and holds its shape without flopping. Shasta daisy is a sturdy perennial that asks for very little care, aside from occasional deadheading and dividing every few years. Its behavior is steady and predictable, a perfect choice for gardeners who want a long-blooming perennial without much maintenance. In design, Shasta daisy fits beautifully into the mid to mid-front layer of a border where its bright blooms can catch the light. It pairs well with coneflowers, yarrow, catmint, and ornamental grasses, all plants that share a similar summer rhythm. Thanks to cold season sowing, Shasta daisy typically develops stronger roots and fuller clumps by its first bloom year, giving your garden structure, brightness, and a clean, uplifting feel early in the season. Third on the list is butterfly weed, a bright, hardy perennial known for its vivid orange blooms and strong garden presence. This plant forms upright clumps of narrow foliage, topped with clusters of glowing flowers in early to midsummer. It's a magnet for monarchs, swallowtails, and native bees, bringing movement and life into the garden. Even from seed, butterfly mead grows into a sturdy, architectural plant that adds both color and structure without ever feeling overwhelming. Butterfly weed is especially well suited for late November sowing because it naturally requires a cold period to germinate well. The seeds have a built-in dormancy that breaks down when exposed to winter's chill. By sowing in late fall, you allow nature to handle this cold stratification for you, resulting in stronger spring germination and more resilient seedlings. Late November sowing also mimics the plant's natural cycle. In the wild, its seeds drop in fall and sprout when warmth returns. This perennial thrives in full sun and dry, well-drained soil, making it incredibly low maintenance once established. It prefers lean soil and is highly drug-tolerant, developing a deep taproot that anchors it firmly in place. Because of that taproot, it doesn't transplant well, which is why winter sowing directly where it will grow is ideal. Once it settles in, butterfly weed grows steadily each season with minimal watering and almost no pest or disease issues. In the garden, use butterfly weed in the mid-front layer where its bright color can act as a warm focal point. It pairs beautifully with coneflower, black-eyed Susan, yarrow, and ornamental grasses, plants that share its love of sun and dry soil. Thanks to winter sowing, it emerges early with strong roots and reliable structure, helping create patches of bold color that look intentional and naturally integrated into the border. Coming in at number 4 is columbine, a charming perennial known for its delicate, nodding flowers and soft, airy presence. Columbine brings a gentle woodland feel to the garden, with its scalloped foliage and uniquely shaped blooms in shades of blue, pink, purple, and white. Even from seed, it forms elegant mounds that look natural and effortless, fitting beautifully into cottage-style borders and shaded edges. Columbine is a perfect match for late November sowing because its seeds benefit strongly from cold, moist stratification. In nature, columbine drops its seeds in fall, letting winter's chill prepare them for spring sprouting. Sowing in late November mimics this natural cycle, breaking down dormancy and encouraging more even germination. The seeds settle quietly through winter, and as temperatures warm, they emerge as sturdy seedlings that establish quickly. This perennial thrives in part shade to full sun and prefers moist, well-drained soil. It's adaptable, easy to care for, and surprisingly tolerant of lean or rocky soil. Columbine grows best with consistent moisture in its first year, but once established, it becomes fairly drought-tolerant. Its behavior is gentle. It grows, blooms, and then quietly self-seeds, filling the garden with new plants that maintain the border's flow and softness. For placement, columbine works beautifully in the mid-front layer of the border, or in lightly shaded areas where its blooms can glow. Pair it with ferns, brunnera, catmint, or woodland-style perennials to create a soft, cohesive palette. With late November sowing, columbine seedlings emerge early and settle naturally into the garden, giving you a graceful, romantic touch that looks effortless and feels perfectly suited for spring. At number 5, we have yarrow, a tough, long-blooming perennial that brings soft texture and steady color to the garden. Yarrow forms feathery, aromatic foliage topped with flat clusters of flowers in shades of yellow, pink, red, white, and peach. Even from seed, it grows quickly into a full, bushy clump that adds a meadow-like softness to borders. Its blooms last for weeks, and the plant keeps its structure beautifully through summer heat. Yarrow is an excellent match for late November sowing because it naturally responds well to cold stratification. The seeds are small and fine, and they germinate more reliably after being exposed to the cool, moist conditions of winter. Sowing in late fall allows the seeds to settle into the soil as temperatures drop, giving them the perfect environment to break dormancy. By spring, they wake up quickly and produce stronger, more resilient seedlings compared to spring sowing. In terms of growing conditions, yarrow thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, especially spots that tend to stay dry. It's one of the most drought-tolerant perennials you can grow, needing very little care once established. Yarrow prefers lean soil, and too much fertility can make it floppy, so it naturally suits low-maintenance gardens. Its behavior is steady and dependable. Dense foliage early in the season, followed by long-lasting flower heads that don't require much deadheading. For placement, yarrow fits beautifully into the mid or mid-front layer of a border, where its soft texture can balance bolder plants. It pairs well with coneflowers, gaillardia, salvias, grasses, and black-eyed Susan, companions that share its love of sun and dry soil. Thanks to winter sowing, yarrow emerges early and settles quickly, giving your border structure, color, and a natural softness right from the start of the growing season. Next on the list is delphinium, a tall, elegant perennial known for its dramatic spires of blue, purple, white, and pastel blooms. Delphiniums bring a sense of height and classic garden charm, instantly giving borders a more structured, layered feel. Even when grown from seed, they develop into upright plants with dense flower spikes that make a statement in early summer. Their presence is both bold and graceful, making them a favorite in cottage and romantic-style gardens. Delphinium seeds are especially well-suited for late November sowing because they rely heavily on cold to improve germination. The seeds have a natural dormancy that breaks down during winter's chill, and sowing them now mimics the conditions they expect in nature. Cold season sowing often results in stronger, more vigorous seedlings that establish better than spring-planted ones. By letting the seeds rest through winter, they emerge at exactly the right time in early spring, ready to grow steadily. In the garden, delphiniums prefer full sun to light afternoon shade and rich, well-drained soil. They appreciate consistent moisture, especially during active growth, and benefit from mulching to keep their roots cool. While young plants may need a bit of staking in windy areas, their behavior becomes more predictable as clumps mature. With good soil and regular care, delphiniums reward gardeners with tall, vibrant blooms that return every year with increasing strength. For placement, delphiniums shine at the back or mid-back layer of a border, where their height can frame the plants in front. They pair beautifully with roses, foxgloves, lady's mantle, salvias, and low-growing ground covers that soften the base of their tall spires. Thanks to winter sowing, delphinium seedlings often establish earlier and more robustly, giving your border a refined, vertical accent that feels both structured and romantic. Coming in at number 7 is coneflower, a reliable, long-blooming perennial that brings bold color and a strong sense of structure to the garden. Coneflowers form sturdy, upright clumps topped with daisy-like blooms in shades of purple, pink, white, and even sunset tones. Their flowers stand tall through heat, wind, and summer storms, making them a favorite for low-maintenance borders. Even from seed, coneflowers grow into robust plants that quickly look established. Coneflower is especially well-suited for late November sowing because its seeds benefit from natural cold exposure. In the wild, coneflowers drop their seeds in fall, and winter's kill helps break dormancy and prepare them for spring sprouting. Sowing in late November mimics this natural cycle perfectly. The cold, moist stratification improves germination rates and leads to stronger seedlings with deeper root systems, giving the plants a head start as soon as temperatures warm. For growing conditions, coneflower thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, handling heat and drought exceptionally well once established. It's a tough, easy-care perennial that rarely struggles with pests or diseases. The plants grow into dense clumps that stay upright without staking and reward gardeners with months of continuous blooms. Their behavior is steady and predictable: strong growth in spring, bold flowering in summer, and seed heads that bring winter interest. In the border, coneflower works beautifully in the mid-layer, where its blooms can stand above softer plants without overwhelming them. It pairs well with grasses, black-eyed Susan, yarrow, catmint, and gaillardia, all companions that echo its sturdy, sun-loving nature. Thanks to winter sowing, coneflower seedlings typically emerge early and settle quickly, giving your garden vibrant color and reliable structure from the very start of the season. At number 8, we have gaillardia, a sun-loving perennial known for its warm, glowing colors and long, steady bloom season. Often called the blanket flower, gaillardia forms tidy mounds of foliage topped with red, orange, and yellow blooms that look like little sunbursts. Even in its first year from seed, it grows confidently, adding cheerful energy and a relaxed, meadow-style feel to the border. Gaillardia is an excellent choice for late November sowing because its seeds respond strongly to natural cold stratification. The cool, moist conditions of late fall and winter help break down seed dormancy, preparing them for quick germination once spring warmth arrives. Sowing in November also allows the seeds to settle through winter without any fuss, and by early spring, they wake up as compact, vigorous seedlings. Compared to spring sowing, winter-sown gaillardia typically establishes earlier and blooms sooner in the first year. In terms of growing conditions, gaillardia thrives in full sun and prefers dry, well-drained soil. It performs best in lean soil and is extremely drought-tolerant, making it a great low-maintenance option for busy gardeners. The plants stay compact, rarely flop, and continue blooming even through heat and poor soil. Once established, gaillardia requires very little care, just occasional deadheading to keep flowers coming. For placement, gaillardia works beautifully in the mid-front layer of a border, where its warm tones can brighten the entire planting. It pairs well with coneflowers, black-eyed Susan, catmint, and ornamental grasses, all companions that thrive in sunny, dry spots. Thanks to late November sowing, gaillardia seedlings emerge early and settle quickly, giving your garden a long season of color and a soft, natural rhythm right from the start. Next on the list is black-eyed Susan, a bright, dependable perennial that brings strong color and a welcoming, sunny feel to the garden. Rudbeckia forms upright clumps with cheerful yellow-gold petals surrounding dark centers, creating a bold contrast that stands out from summer into early fall. Even when grown from seed, the plants mature quickly, giving the border a lively, energetic look that feels instantly established. Black-eyed Susan is particularly well-suited for late November sowing because its seeds benefit from natural cold exposure. In nature, Rudbeckia drops seed in fall, and the winter chill helps break dormancy and prepare it for spring sprouting. By sowing in late November, you allow winter moisture and low temperatures to work on the seeds, resulting in stronger, more uniform germination. Winter-sown Rudbeckia often produces sturdier seedlings that settle into the garden with confidence once warmth returns. This perennial thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and once established, it's remarkably drought-tolerant. It grows into dense, upright clumps that hold their shape without much attention, making it a great choice for low-maintenance gardens. Black-eyed Susan resists pests, tolerates heat, and blooms heavily through summer. Its behavior is reliable: steady growth early in the season, bold flowering in midsummer, and attractive seed heads that persist into fall and winter. For placement, black-eyed Susan fits beautifully in the mid-layer of a border, where its golden blooms can catch the light and add warmth. It pairs naturally with coneflowers, grasses, yarrow, gaillardia, and Russian sage, all companions that echo its sunny, resilient personality. With late November sowing, Rudbeckia seedlings often emerge earlier and root deeper, giving more border, bright color, strong structure, and consistent late-season impact. Rounding out the list is lupine, a striking perennial known for its tall, architectural flower spikes and beautifully textured foliage. Lupines bring a vertical lift that instantly adds sophistication to a border, and their palmate leaves give the garden a soft, sculptural touch even before the blooms appear. From pastel pinks and purples to bold blues and bicolors, lupine flowers create a dramatic cottage-style look that feels both wild and elegant. Lupine is an excellent candidate for late November sowing because its seeds germinate far better after a period of cold. The natural chill of winter helps soften the hard seed coat and breaks dormancy, allowing the seeds to take up moisture and sprout more uniformly in spring. Late November sowing mimics the plant's natural cycle, where seeds drop in fall and overwinter in the soil. As a result, winter-sown lupines often produce stronger seedlings and flower earlier compared to spring-sown seeds. For growing conditions, lupine prefers full sun to light shade and thrives in cool climates with moist, well-drained soil. It appreciates soil that's not too rich. Overly fertile conditions can lead to floppy growth. Lupine grows quickly in spring, forming lush mounds of foliage, followed by tall, colorful flower spikes in late spring to early summer. With consistent moisture and good drainage, the plants are reliably long-lived and remain visually striking throughout the season. In the garden, lupine belongs in the mid-back layer of a border, where its height can anchor surrounding plants. It pairs beautifully with foxgloves, delphiniums, columbine, salvias, and airy grasses that soften its strong vertical lines. Thanks to late November sowing, lupine seedlings emerge early and establish deeply, giving your garden early season structure, beautiful texture, and a dramatic display of blooms when spring turns into summer. Winter sowing is one of the easiest ways to grow resilient perennials with almost no effort. After months of natural cold and moisture, these seeds wake up right on time in spring, ready to grow into sturdy young plants that settle quickly into the garden. If you're planning ahead for next year, any of these perennials will reward you with stronger growth and earlier color. Thanks for watching, and feel free to share what you're sowing this November. I'll see you in the next video.